Sees Huddersfield play host to second-place Manchester United. The chairman there, Dean Hoyle, is a man who's financed the club's incredible rise. He also runs a greeting cards empire and organises breakfast clubs in the town, where Ayo Akinwolere caught up with him.
We've been doing this now from League One days, and what we're trying to do is just make sure that the kids who come to school, they're in a safe environment, they have lots of good food. It's just a fantastic way of a football club connecting and communicating with the local area. You know, it's a segregated town, like many northern towns, and the football club can be central to the community, and that Huddersfield we definitely are.
You grew up the hard way. Do you think that is a drive for you to really connect these two worlds together?
I think so. It's just who I am. You know, when I say I grew up the hard way, I was very fortunate. I grew up in a loving family, but we didn't have much. You know, I had a tin bath, and you come to these areas, come to these schools, and there's some fantastic families, and not everybody's privileged. And if we can make a little bit of a difference, then for me it's a lot of a difference. Some of the kids here can take inspiration from how we as a football club have gone from League One, and we've tried to do things the right way, and we've achieved the Premier League dream. Then it gives everybody hope, doesn't it? And I think in life, you know, hope and vision is a great aspiration to drive onto.
Let's talk about David Wagner. I mean,
the mad German.
The mad German. I'm sure you can say that. I would say that.
He stood out right from the very start. The way his footballing philosophy came over, the way it was quite a complicated system, but he could explain it in a very simplistic way. And also, he came to the first interview fully prepared. He hadn't got a clue where Huddersfield was, but he knew it was a working class town, built on textiles. It was a Yorkshire people. I was really impressed that he went out of his way to understand the identity of this area.
And how have the fans taken to him?
Oh, they think he's absolutely bonkers, you know. There's not many managers who go on the pitch and put his arms up and does this thing with the fans, but it's passion, it's emotion, it's raw spirit, and that's what this football club needed. Every club in this country needs that connection between supporters and the team, and that's what we have here, 100% ingrained.
Now, very few people have the luxury of supporting a club and then owning the club that they support.
Yeah.
How hard is it? That heart over practicality, how hard is it playing that? Or do you just go business mode when you're here?
Look, as a football fan, you know, you dream of success, you want success. As an owner, you have a responsibility. You know, my job is a custodian of fans' dreams. We have spent a little bit of money. In Yorkshire terms, it's a lot of money. But like I say, you know, we will do everything we can to survive this season. We've invested well, but we've got to be mindful of there's always tomorrow.
Would that signal success for you this season?
Yeah, 100%.
Just staying up?
Survival, absolutely.
Other than being a fan, why this club? You know, you're a successful man. I'm sure there were other options. Why Huddersfield Town?
Don't like Leeds. I apologise, coach.
We left it in. We left it in. Yeah, a passionate chairman, you know, doesn't win you games. Moving in the right direction. Ayo Akinwolere has been spending some time with them this week as they prepare for West Ham.
Brilliant night for Wigan. They have knocked out Bournemouth and they will play West Ham in the fourth round of the FA Cup.
There's a real sense, almost like a fearlessness about Wigan at the moment. How would you describe your managing style?
Certainly not fearless, that's for sure. As a young manager, I always wanted my teams to make the supporters happy. You know, and go onto the pitch and being aggressive with the style of play and try and play good football and also win the game.
He's obviously a top manager. He's been successful wherever he's been, but it's the enthusiasm, I think, and the confidence and man management. He knows how to get the best out of all the players, and you can see all the players will run through a brick wall for him because they've got that faith and belief in him.
I don't think anything really phases the manager. I think he says the same thing to us every game. We go out there, we're hard to beat, but then when we've got the ball, we want to play exciting football, we want to excite the fans, and I think that's what we did against Bournemouth.
He's a great guy. Don't think he sleeps, to be honest with you. He's hyper. And as soon as he's come in, every week's got better and better. We're sitting top of League One, 5 points clear, fourth round of the FA Cup against West Ham at home, and possibly going to the fifth round.
Just watching him here, You get no sense of nerves, you know. You really feel that this is a team running high in confidence.
You know, they've been a fantastic group since we come in the summer. You know, from the first game at MK Dons this season, it was apparent that we had a really good group.
It's a great team spirit. The lads are in it together, and you know, we feel we can do something special this season, and you know, the fans will tell you as well. We feel as if we've got another gear to go to.
Maloney's corner, played into the air post, headed in by Watson! Watson's header has won the FA Cup final for Wigan Athletic!
Unbelievable when you look back at what happened that day. I think at the time, because we suffered the relegation only a few days after it, it got clouded over a bit, but now when you look back you think what a day that was, and it lives long in my memory.
Obviously they've been in the Premier League for a number of years, but if you ask any Wigan fan, that is the one, the FA Cup, the Ben Watson goal, that is the biggest thing for them.
I played for Wigan, you know, many years ago at Springfield Park, and you know, someone would have said that they'll win the FA Cup at Wembley, playing against a team with the likes of Aguero in and players of that calibre. You know, I think we'd have all been put away, wouldn't we? But, you know, it's there, it's in history now. You know, whether people can say what they like about the club for good or bad, you know, everyone clamours, all clubs around the country now clamour to win major trophies. You know, Wigan have won one, and that's great credit to everyone connected with the club.
After the Bournemouth game, you must feel you've got a chance of beating West Ham, surely.
If you could stand in the reception at the DW Saturday and see what players get off the coach, it wouldn't half influence it, wouldn't it?
Somebody asked me yesterday, actually, with Lanzini and Arnautovic, I said, surely you'd want them playing to test yourself against the big players. I said, no chance, you know, you'd rather them not playing because you want to win the game.
I will be going into the game exactly the same as we did Bournemouth, and we'll be going in thinking we've got a great chance of winning.
What would you take at the end of the season? League title, FA Cup?
Both.
Greedy!
Tough one. I'll take the double.
League promotion in the FA Cup?
League promotion without a shadow of a doubt.
Lovely to hear from that, lot. A reminder of all this weekend's FA Cup fixtures for you. Wigan host West Ham. Tony Pulis' Middlesbrough fancy their chances at home to Brighton. You can see at the top there.